We're going to start with our ABC News exclusive. Britney Spears' father speaking out through his lawyers about his role in her highly scrutinized conservatorship. Back in the spotlight now, thanks to that popular new documentary. Amy Robach had a chance to sit down with one of Jamie Spears' attorneys, and she joins us now. Good morning, Amy.
Hey, good morning, Michael. Conservatorships are usually put in place for people who courts find to be unable to make decisions for themselves. And Britney has been under one since she was in her 20s. She is now 39, and thanks in part to a recent documentary and a social media movement, people are now asking, why does she still need one?
I understand that every story needs a villain. But people have it so wrong here.
This morning, the attorney of Jamie Spears, Britney Spears' father, is speaking out exclusively to ABC News.
This is a story about a fiercely loving, dedicated, and loyal father who rescued his daughter from a life-threatening situation. People were harming her, and they were exploiting her. Jamie saved Britney's life.
In 2008, following a bitter divorce, custody battle, and 2 hospitalizations, Britney was placed under a court-mandated conservatorship, which has been making medical and financial decisions for her in the last 13 years.
Hi, Britney.
The conservatorship, front and center of the new documentary, Framing Britney Spears, and is a primary focus of the #FreeBritney movement, a passionate group of Britney fans who believe she is being controlled against her will. Jamie's attorneys say court documents show that when he stepped in as conservator in 2008, Britney's assets were only worth $2.8 million. They say he worked with his daughter to restore her finances under the conservatorship to nearly $60 million in 2019.
It's a shocking number to know, okay, here's a rock star, a pop star, a young woman who's making $40 million a year, and somehow she only ends up with $2.8 million in the bank. Does Jamie know how that happened?
Britney's assets were clearly being mismanaged, and she was being taken advantage of financially by some of those around her.
How did Jamie turn Britney's finances around so dramatically?
He has collaborated with her. When she is up for performing, she has performed. When she wants to record an album, she can record an album. And when she wants to live her life the way she wants, like a normal person, he has collaborated with her to do that as well.
Since 2008, Britney has released 4 albums,
Would you hold it against me?
starred on a primetime show,
I felt like I had a connection with you.
and even hosted her own Las Vegas residency. But she has not performed professionally since 2019, saying at the time she was backing out of an upcoming show because her dad was sick and she needed to focus on family. But last year, a seemingly different tune. In November, her attorney telling a judge, "My client has informed me that she is afraid of her father," adding she will not perform again if her father is in charge of her career.
Can you explain why Britney's lawyer is saying she doesn't want her dad in charge of her finances anymore? And she's actually saying, at least through her lawyer is saying that Britney says she won't perform anymore until her dad is no longer in charge of her. Why would that happen? Why would that statement be made?
Throughout 2020, Britney and her father had many conversations. And in fact, early on in the pandemic, they spent 2 weeks with other family members, hunkered down in Louisiana. Britney and Jamie went on long drives together. They played and worked in the family garden. And every night, Jamie cooked Southern comfort food that the family ate and enjoyed together. And in that time, Britney never expressed those words to her father. She's never asked him to step aside.
Jamie's attorney says these videos, Jamie says he and the Spears family filmed and shared exclusively with ABC News, are from that family gathering, Britney horsing around with her sister, Jamie Lynn, riding a bike with her niece, and playing around with her family, including Jamie in the beard in the garden.
So is it the belief that this is something her lawyer's saying and that it's not coming from Britney herself?
Jamie loves his daughter. And like any other family, issues come up from time to time. But this in no way takes away from the love and support that they have for each other. Britney knows that her daddy loves her, and she knows that she can call on him anytime, conservatorship or not.
Vivian, it is difficult to understand then why Britney's lawyer actually took it a step further and said that Britney was scared of her father, scared of Jamie. Does Jamie have any idea why that statement would be made?
In the many conversations that Jamie and Britney had throughout 2020, Britney never said those things to Jamie. She never asked him to step aside.
If Britney, through her lawyer, though, is asking that Jamie, her father, not be a part of her conservatorship, why does Jamie then still insist on being her conservator?
Jamie serves as Britney's conservator because he loves her. He wants the best for Britney.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, the conservatorship has got to go.
What do you make of the Free Britney movement?
I think we have to remember how this conservatorship was started and that Britney needed help, and that's why the conservatorship was put into place and why Jamie was appointed.
Has Jamie asked Britney, because Britney could put this all to an end right now if she just said, hey guys, everything's cool, I don't need to be freed, I'm living my life the way I want to live it, and I've got people around me who are guiding me. Why wouldn't she just put that out there on social media?
You'll have to ask Britney.
Now, while Britney has not addressed the conservatorship directly online after that documentary, which she did not participate in, she did post this. She says, I'll always love being on stage, but I am taking the time to learn and be a normal person. I love simply enjoying the basics of everyday life. She adds, each person has their story and their take on other people's stories. Remember, no matter what we think about a person's life, it is nothing compared to the actual person living behind the lens. And we should mention, we did reach out to Britney's attorney. He told us he cannot comment on a pending case.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.